My personal and parents' story begin in Aleppo, Syria. Jews have been living in Aleppo for thousands of years. The Jewish community in Syria formed a central link in the unbroken chain of Jewish settlements throughout the Fertile Crescent, which stretched from ancient Israel to Babylonia. The Syrian Arab nationalist movement brought the Arab-Israeli conflict to the attention of the public in Syria. Soon after the United Nations resolution in 1947, anti-Jewish riots broke out in Aleppo. Synagogues were set afire, Jewish shops and houses were pillaged, and thousands of Aleppo's Jews were forced to flee the country. The refugees reached Lebanon and Turkey, and from there to other countries of the world. Less than 4,000 Jews remained in Aleppo in the 1950s from the original 18,000. My own parents fled for their lives once the mobs, aided by the police, began burning synagogues and Sifrei Torot in what became known as the Haraye. Escape was risky, and Syrian police patrolled the border. Then, a few days later, they made separate attempts to try and escape. My mother obtained a doctor's permit and took my older brothers to the Lebanese mountains. My father's escape took a different path. He tried to smuggle himself out of the country and was caught several times. He never gave up the quest to join his family, however, and his last attempt found God on his side and was caught in the streets of Aleppo. He immediately realized he was actually caught by a Syrian guard he happened to know, who surreptitiously warned him of his impending arrest. Look, you are being pursued by the authorities because you have tried to escape a few times. I am coming back to arrest you tomorrow. With the help of some friends, he boarded the train to Lebanon that same night and enlisted the help of a train official with whom he was acquainted. The man hid him in the cargo load and told him he could not breathe or else they would both be caught and killed. The train reached the border. Police searched the cargo load very well, and when they got to his wagon, but luckily the officer who was searching got distracted and moved on to another wagon. He was saved miraculously. As soon as they reached the border, my father jumped off of the moving train and began to walk through the rough Lebanese terrain. He traveled by night so as not to be seen and eventually reunited with his wife, my mother, and his children, my older siblings. He left everything behind: home, furniture, business, clothing. It was the creativity of my mother and the courage of my father that ultimately brought them to relative safety in Lebanon. Finally, like many other Sephardic Jewish families, we left Lebanon. We were able to immigrate to Mexico in 1971, leaving behind a life and history after thousands of years